All right, let's go out and work on. Uh, uh, nope. Hey everybody, welcome back to Everyday Off-Road. Well, as you saw from the intro clip, there ain't no work being done outside today. My butt is staying inside where it's warm. Well, somewhat warm. We're in the cellar here at Everyday Off-Road to tackle something that I've been dreading for a little while now. What I'm speaking of is Project Jaybird's electrical system. One of the things we're doing is we're going to be utilizing every portion of the donor vehicle's electrical system as possible. Now, one moment. All right, why are we down in the cellar? Well, the open air garage is kind of cold right now, so I have set up in front of me here the entire electrical system from the donor vehicle. Well, 90% of it. The engine harness is still with the motor out there in Project Jaybird. What I'm dealing with is the rest of the wiring harness. I'm talking fuse box, lighting, everything, all the controls for the steering column, all the wiring for the speedometer, interior lighting, so forth and so on. Now, why is it a daunting task? Well, donor vehicle is a 2002, and it's a fully loaded Jeep, where Project Jaybird is going to be minimalistic. Have in there just what I need. But I would like to have the anti-lock brakes and the airbags, and of course the air conditioning, since both vehicles had air conditioning. So it's just a matter of grafting stuff together. Now, what we need to do is we need to lighten the load, as it's been called. And what I mean is get rid of all the stuff that we do not need. For example, donor vehicle was a 4-door, fully loaded doors. Don't need power windows, don't need power door locks, don't need power mirrors. The only thing I need from the doors are speaker wires. You know, we're going to be utilizing the wiring for the speakers. And I need two pardon me. I need two contacts for the interior lights. And the way Jaybird is going to be set up, I'm going to have the overhead light and 2 footwell lights. So, one of the problems with using the donor wiring harness is wires are everywhere. So let me, instead of rambling on here, let me turn you guys around and show you what I have to deal with here. All right? Oh, and be warned, the furnace is like right here. Right here. So, hey, perfect cue. Couldn't ask for better than that. So, from time to time, the furnace will kick on, and I ain't stopping it for that. So, let's get you guys spun around and show you what we have. Okay, I believe it was Alice Cooper, the great Alice Cooper, that said, Welcome to my nightmare. Now, as you can see, hey, there's that furnace again I warned you about. All right, what we have here is everything from the firewall to the taillights. I have it somewhat oriented using the fuse box, which would be underneath the driver's side of the dash. Now that's the fuse box right there with the little yellow clip there. I don't know if on fuses, of course. Fuse box. Everything on this side, more or less, comes up the driver's side, and this would be the passenger side. And all this is, oh man. I can lighten this load drastically right now by grabbing this. This is the driver's information center and interior lights. Grab that, and all the wiring for the interior lights. That's about 3 pounds worth. Anything I don't need, going right there. A lot of this is going to disappear. In fact, 90% of this is going to disappear. I have some stuff labeled. It was tagged upon removal, but some of the tags have been lost, ripped off, deteriorated from handling and being out in the weather, and when you know how it goes. One nice thing is, a lot of the controls that would be in the Firebird, in the dash, are now going to be in the steering column. Wipers, headlights, you name it. All the stuff that would be normally in the dash. So that part's taken care of. I have to start somewhere. And my idea is to start taillights. All right. Now, a lot of this has been loomed together. Okay. This wire will end up going from being on this side of the vehicle, going up over into that trunk line and over there, up through there and over there and over to there. It's going to go from there here. In the Pontiac, there is a connector for the rear lights in the quarter panel, in the rear part of the quarter panel. I'm going to utilize that as my end point for this wiring. Now, let me get you guys set back up here again so we can deal with some things. All right, this is, for all intents and purposes, the passenger taillight wiring, meaning backup light, turn signal, brake light, parking lights. The connector has been cut off because we ain't gonna be needing that. Ain't gonna need that. But what we do need to do is we need to get this factory tape off of the wiring. Now, as you can see, there's some of it already undone, but the problem is it goes from here. That's up there, up there. Now, normally you could just take a razor knife, but I don't want to cut into any of the wiring. I want to take just the tape. It was recommended to me to use what is known as a seam ripper. Okay, a seam ripper. This is usually can be found in, I don't know, I've got this off Amazon. But anywhere you get sewing supplies. This is designed to cut just the threads. Or in our case, just the tape. Now, see if I can do this without keeping you guys in frame. See if it works. You know what? Start from this end because that end has been squeezed. Ooh, nice. I'm drawing the tape and wiring toward it. Look at that. Wow. That made quick work of that. See if we can get the rest of this clump. A little wiggle. Hey, there we go. Oh, oops. Uh-oh. Dare not do that again. Now, luckily for me, Jeep has very kindly supplied a huge amount of information about their wiring harnesses. So right off the bat, I can find out where this wire that I just cut, what it is for. All right, I have connectors, colors, wires, and descriptions. Now give me a second, let me look in here and see what that white wire that I just cut by accident goes to. Okay, according to this connector, that wire that I just sliced, brake lamp. Well, I'm not really too worried about it. It was only like 6 inches worth, but I did want to know where it went to. So let us continue. And this is what we got so far. I have gotten the right hand side of the harness completed up into the underdash bulkhead connector, which is a monster up there. I don't know why they need to put monsters in here like this, but what I have here, being held down by my multi-tool, parking light, turn signal, backup light, brake light, and rear door speakers and front door speakers. Everything else down this line here has been removed. Now, one of the problems I'm running into is I have 2 sets of wires. Let's see, purple. That's I think that's parking light. I'll have to check on the list. But I had turn signal and my parking lights. And I come up to this bulkhead connector and split. One goes into the harness going over to the fuse box. Well, I believe it's going over to the fuse box. And the other goes into this other trunk line, which eventually runs over into somewhere. I have to go upstairs to the PDF of the factory service manual and find out which splice direction I need to keep to retain power to my lights back here. Now you notice you got one of these good old always keep notes. I am keeping notes here. I'm doing my best to keep good notes, but I will jot down my information here on where my wires are going. That white wire ends up at the brake light switch where it's split and it goes into the left-hand side harness. For our main purposes, that wire over here will be routed either with that one over there doubled up, or it will be done away with completely and we'll just run that single wire up. Our brake lights are separate from our turn signals. So we have parking light, brake light, turn signals are separate. So we don't have to worry about alternating between brake light and turn signal. What I mean to say is I have an amber turn signal, I have red parking light and brake light. Now, before we leave here, I will show you the pile. Remember that small little pile we had before? Well, it's growing. All stupid tie downs and hold downs and extra wiring and tape and everything going right there. So I have to go upstairs now, refill my beverage of choice, and do some research. You notice I haven't loomed any of this stuff up because right now all this has to get pulled through the wiring harness because it's usually weaved a stupid way through the loom. As for the seam ripper, I have mixed feelings about it. Works good sometimes and sometimes it don't. So we're going to call this the end of the video. This is me rambling on and pointing out things. If you like the video, hey, give us a big thumbs up. If you haven't, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel. And ring the bell. That'll give you a notification every time I post new content here on Everyday Off-Road. And as always, if you have anything to say, comments, questions, concerns, criticisms, leave them in the comment box below. So, for everybody here, which is only me, we shall catch you guys on the next one.